Hi, everybody. Leanne Holitza here at the Healing Studio. It is time for our weekly Oracle check-in. So if you haven't joined us before, you want to type me please in for a card. And I am getting some requests that I think are going to be people who are watching later. So thanks for watching later. If you are watching live, give me a thumbs up just so I know that you're hanging out there. Because getting that there isn't anyone on live yet. And I don't necessarily want to just do readings for the ethers. Okay, there we go. There's some numbers showing up. Hey guys, let's just take a minute to kind of catch up here. Hopefully you can hear me. I'm here. Okay, hey Catherine. Thanks. Okay, so I'm gonna do this a little bit differently just because I've got you guys giving me some of you saying I'm here and I'm gonna kind of reward you for engaging here. And then I will get to everybody. I always do towards the end anyways, but for those of you who are watching live and patiently waiting. Now here's the thing too, if there's a message that sounds like it's for you and it's not, your name's not on the screen, it probably is still for you, but your name will appear up on the screen over this direction, okay? And you want to go ahead and type me please for a card. We're using the Secret Language of Light today. I have a couple of stone friends today. This is apophyllite. This is really good for Akashic record keeping that we're doing in higher self-mastery tonight. So that's one. And then from Katie Shine Your Light Crystal Shop in the back, we've got some green calcite helping us out. Look at this guy. Ooh, fancy. So, by the way, you guys, Crystal Shop's back open Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 10 to 5 if you want to come check it out. I know she's going to be doing online sales eventually too, so if you're not local. Okay, let's see, a couple other announcements. Locally, we got the sound baths. We got one on Sunday the 5th, and then we got another one the following Sunday, the 14th. Sorry, that's Tuesday, the 14th, and then the Sunday, the May 19th. We've got a clarity breath work on May 18th on Saturday. We've got a drum circle coming up. We have all kinds of fun things coming up. And then if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel, you're going to start to see me releasing some things about me talking to about the Light Council. So there's a thing called the Light Council Project, which is something that I've been working on for several years. There's lots of recordings, but I'm going to be releasing kind of my take on what the Light Council is saying that you will see. If you want more on those, you can go to the Light Council Project and subscribe there. All right, let's get started on the week. All right. So first one is completion, being whole, sideways. So that's just telling me that the way we're going to feel complete this week is by being more with ourselves, by being more complete. Like sometimes we just get done with things. We just move on to the next thing, next thing, next thing. We don't ever just like go, and that's done. And I'm complete with that. And so this is a really good time to do that. Okay, this is your helper card. So where are you not being compassionate? Where are you being too judgmental, especially with yourself? The Light Council and the guides have been all about this lately, where they're saying you have your own back. Go and make sure that you are checking in with yourself and being compassionate towards yourself. Now, this card says embracing all beings, but it starts with yourself. That's what this is saying. This week, embrace yourself. Be kind to yourself. Love yourself. All right. And then towards the end of the week, we're going to be looking at inhaling and receiving, but it's sideways. So it's going to be doing some things to receive. Say yes to some things. Say I will to some things. Okay. All right. Awesome. Okay. So you guys, if you're watching, for some reason, Facebook, I think maybe disconnected some of its. I could see that there's somebody watching from Facebook, but most of you guys are coming in from YouTube. That is the most sure place to be able to get into this list. But if we give me that you're here, I see that you guys are here. I see Lisa, Clara. So I see you guys. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start from a little bit of a different place. And then I know I'm changing the rules, but if you're live, like Christy's live, right? And she says, I'm here. And she's also towards the top of the list. Okay. So that kind of thing where we just want to let everybody, I mean, it's great that you guys can get on there early. Rob got a 522 to get onto the top. We might have to reward Rob for that one. Okay. So let's start first with this, you guys. 1, 2, 3. So you're watching now, this is the start of your reading. Watching later, this is the start of your reading. Okay. If we start seeing people coming on to multiple cards, the same cards, then it's going to be for all of us. Okay. So listen closely. All right, here we go. So pick 1, 2, or 3. Just resonate with yourself. Okay. If you picked 1, you're going to be working on your soul craft this week. So if you think about the messages that we got about being whole and being compassionate, get back to what your gifts are. Get back to what is easy for you to offer, regenerative to offer, meaning when you do it, you get out of it what you put into it. Okay. If you picked 2, you've got the whisperers. Okay. So this is basically saying, listen to the subtle energy, listen to the wind, listen to the clouds, listen to the 111s on your clock, that kind of stuff. Okay. So just really pay attention to the universe talking to you this week if you've got the whispers card. Now, if you picked 3, you're going to be working on asking your soul. Okay. So ask your soul what it wants. Now, all these messages are higher frequency. I mean, this is kind of the deck, but you guys, if you picked 3, it's time to check in, sync up that heart, that bigger heart. See, it's a big heart up above the head, not the mind. What does your heart want next? Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay. All right. I see you. See you guys. Hi, Jenny. Hi. Okay. I'm coming, you guys. But I am gonna reward Rob for getting up at 5 in the morning. We have to just, say, come on, that's pretty dedicated, Rob. Okay, here's your card. Ready? All right, you're gonna be focusing on color this week. So everything has a vibration. And so you're gonna be wanting to pay attention to what vibrations you're noticing most in the colors around you, in the colors you choose to wear, in the colors you choose to put around you, that kind of thing. All right. So, I mean, one of the reasons I picked this one today, green calcite, is because it's very soothing. It's very calming. It's good for like energy to just bring you down into kind of a healing space. See what you're drawn to as far as colors go. Okay. All right. I'm going to go kind of down to the bottom here for just a second. And I'm going to see. Okay, Christy, I swear I saw that you had put your kids up here too. Somewhere back in, let's see. All right, I'm going to go to you next. Christy, you got your awakening. Okay. So this week is a good week for getting yourself into awareness that you are actually illuminating into some new perceptions, new perspectives. Follow it with love. Okay. Follow it with love as best you can. And that will get you a lot further than if you're following it with your crunchy head space, Here it is. I found it. Okay, Kira, I'm going to work on light beings. So feeling supported by the unseen helpers, feeling supported by able to talk to those unseen helpers, say, please help me. They don't always know we need help. Sometimes they can't tell we're struggling. And sometimes it's good to let them know that we are. So ask for help. And for Finn, nothing has gone wrong. Everything is in divine order. Trust that even when it doesn't feel true, that is true. Okay. All right, I might be complicating this for myself totally, but because I'm kind of jumping around today, I got to keep you guys on your toes, right? Okay, Catherine, I'm going to go with you next. Here we go. Catherine, let your light shine, okay? So this week, just shine bright. See that head, the heart over the head? This is not about what your mind wants. This is about what your heart wants. Really letting your heart say yes, okay? All right. So, Diane, I see you. Let's see. I'm going to go. Taryn, I see you live, and you're next on the list at the beginning here. So, Taryn, you're going to focus on letting your light shine. I shuffled you guys. See, they're going to put these messages together. So see how the heart is really beaming and the heart up there is really beaming. This is a week about shining your light from within, loving yourself. We got to love ourselves first. I mean, if we don't love ourselves, how can the rest of the world know how to love us, right? So just give yourself an opportunity to really be in touch with that. Okay. All right. Let's see. Alrighty. Jenny, here we go. You're going to work with whispers. If you picked 2 at the beginning, you are doing a double down, okay, with the guides. So this is basically saying pay attention to the subtle signs. Pay attention to the signs that are just around the corner for you, okay? So just, meaning like you go out and you go outside and you see it and you're like, oh, Oh, I feel like that's a profound message, even though, it's just a duck in the parking lot. We had that the other day, a duck in the parking lot. So, it's just, don't dismiss anything this week. They're all signs. Okay. All right. Let's see. Here. Okay. I'm not sure who AMPW is, but cool, you're here. I'm going to give you a card. All right, Divine Feminine for you. Okay, so really working on being with yourself. Divine Feminine is the we, the be, the moon. It's all about really coming into that gentle gestation, meaning everything happens in divine timing. You're not going to push it, that kind of thing. All right. All right. So just kind of acknowledging that is your message and keeping in check with like where you might be pushing things a little bit. Okay. All right. Oh, I see. Who said Anne-Marie and Sage? Okay. Sage. Let's get Sage a card too. Sage, you are soul shining. Okay. So this is a week for you to really just trust. See those wings? When people get around you this week, they're going to feel that your soul is shining. And that's an actually really fun thing to do. So go ahead and keep that energy moving by just trusting that people can feel that, if that makes sense. Okay. All right, Kelly and Matthew, you've got some insight coming in. Okay. So this week is a good week to journal. There's studies that say that journaling actually reduces stress. Journal. Journal some insights. Ask yourself a question and then answer yourself and that kind of thing. This week is a good week for you to really tap in to, getting into a space where you are really letting yourself integrate what you know. And then Matthew is going to be working on joy. He gets lots of good fun cards, doesn't he? Okay, so this card, he's just going to work on joy. What better thing could he be doing at this stage of life, right? So just be enjoyable, even though, there's temptation to be stressed all the time for sure. All right, Diane, I saw you thumbs up me. You're going to be working on wellness. Okay. So this is, see the little sword. We're going to cut away bad habits. You're really going to put yourself as priority of what makes you feel well, what makes you feel good, and what makes you feel present. Okay. So really getting, that energy going where you just kind of ask yourself, like, is this going to make me feel well to ingest this or to be around this, that kind of thing. Okay. All right. All right. There's CC. Let's get you a card. I'm like I said, I'm making this super complicated for myself, you guys. I'm like seeing who was first today and then seeing who's online right now. Okay, so see, this is the third time we've got the Whispers card. So this is ding, 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 jackpot for all of us. This is for us, okay? So I'm going to read a little bit of it. Here you go. Your mind and your heart are expanding to hear your soul whispers. You are or will soon find it easier to interpret and understand the vibes of your soul through how you feel. Open the door to soul whispers by feeling appreciative. Close the doors by feeling judgmental. The messages are always here, and even if you're not receiving them. Practice feeling soul vibes and clarify your intuition to receive them. Okay? So dig in, pay attention to those signs. Everybody's being told this week, but in particular, there you go, CC. All right. All right. I'm going to go back to the top here. Okay, Nicole, I'm going to stop being a little bit creative. I know I just all right, soul family for you. Okay, so stick with who is helping you feel in connection with, that higher truth, who's following with you, who you've known before, lifetimes and lifetimes. Let those people come in and have the focus, okay? Seth's going to work on authentic truth this week. And really what that means is just finding yourself, not your shoulds, your have tos, your obligations, but just your truth. Okay. And then Addison's going to be focusing on asking her soul. So the second time we've seen that, heart sync. You guys, I think that's going to be the message this week, is asking your soul to sync up. Okay. All right. So just kind of being aware of that. Okay. And Kimberly, you are kind of towards the top of the list there. Let's see. Kimberly, there you are. Okay. Gotta put you up though. There you are. Expansion. All right. Nice. So once you sync with your heart, then you begin to expand your knowledge and your protection, and your multidimensional self gets more and more expansive. That's super cool. So nice to see, right? So just let yourself be aware that that's what's going on. All right, Gina. Enlightenment. Okay, so something's going to be coming to truth. Okay, and you can see it's like the whole world is going to make a different sense to you this week. Okay, so really paying attention to what that even means, and what do you have time to make that mean? Maybe it's just a little sliver of just changing something in your day-to-day perception, but just letting yourself be aware that that's what you're doing. Okay, Heidi, you're going to be focused on wellness too, right? With Diane, you're going to work with really being in alignment with wellness. When I do this, I feel well. When I don't do this, I don't feel well. When I do this, I don't feel well. So, those kinds of things. Really choosing wellness as often as you can this week. Okay. Hannah, you're going to be working on channeling. Okay. So, this is really a good time to be really kind of meditative, journaling, pull out your oracle cards yourself, really play around with what it is that your energy is saying to you. It's sometimes it's literally sitting right there at the top of our head, and we're just trying to say, oh, I just need to let it in, right? That the ideas. Okay. Tiff, you and Matthew too could joy, joy, joy. Okay. Protective joy, I'm hearing from your guides. Like when you let yourself really be in joy, it's protective, and it helps you say, oh, sorry, that's coming to disturb my bliss. No, thank you. So interesting. Carrie, you're going to work on your soul name. Who did you come here to be? What is your actual name? Not the name you were given at birth, but what's the name that you really wanted to align with as far as like who you came here to be on earth now? This is a good week to figure that out. Maybe even listen and see if you can hear a name and then write it down for yourself, and maybe even talk to yourself with that name. Robin, you're going to work on focus. Okay, so get some focus done. You can see there's still that heart up above, not your mind focused, your heart focus. What does your heart want this week? Okay, Austin, fourth time for the whispers. Everybody. Okay, for you in particular, Austin, but everybody too, because this is the fourth time. What is your soul trying to say? Start listening. It's quiet, but it's there and it's profound. Okay, so you can use things like crystals to really get calm enough to hear. And so just thinking about that, the apophyllite actually is really good for that too. That one I showed at the beginning. You can tell I'm a big fan of crystals. Oh, I didn't use our Amanda Ellis spray yet. This is higher self mastery spray. Okay, Robin, I'm going to pull for Jordan now. Insights. Okay, so second time for that one. So again, I'm getting a lot of like, everybody maybe can benefit from this. Journaling, taking notes, using time to really listen, like at the beginning of the day, what's my intention? How am I going to align with my heart? That kind of thing. Okay. All right, Tanya, you're going to be working with Inner Word Revolution. Okay. And so this one is like changing your entire relationship with yourself, changing your entire relationship with that inner voice. Okay. So really going inward. That was the beginning of the message too. Transformation for Sam. Sam, look at that. Whoosh. Something big is going for you. And that's actually true for a lot of us, but please just kind of be calm with yourself and kind, and just let yourself know that you are working with, kind of that transformation stage kind of feels uncomfortable, right? Because it's changed, big change. Isabella, you're going to work on visualizing. Okay. So this means spend some time literally like in your head, visualizing as if something's already happened. Okay. All right. So it's a good time to do nothing has gone wrong for you, Janice. Okay. So just acknowledging that everything is a contrast or a complementary thing to what we want. So giving yourself an awareness that that's what's going on. Okay. Blossoming lotus, soul tree. Okay, so wisdom. See the wings? Okay, you're literally going to let that like lifetimes of energy, especially that where that tree sits, the energy reaches down into earth, it reaches up to the cosmos, and it observes from one place. So kind of really coming from that central place this week, okay? And Shannon's going to be working on listening to light beings. And again, remember, the light beings need you to ask. So be sure to align yourself with asking kind of on a daily basis, however you want to, your little prayer. Joe, you're also going to be enlightened this week. Okay. So letting that integrate. And again, it doesn't have to be profound. It doesn't have to be like your whole world changes. It can literally just be that in a moment you understand something different and you're like, oh. Janelle, you're going to be in expansion. So once your heart aligns, the rest happens. All the dimensional selves start to really come online. You start to see real truths, not just the truths that have been told to you. You start just knowing. Okay. Donnie, you're going to want to do some soul writing. Okay. I've been mentioning journaling like crazy today, right? I think your guides are telling you. Maybe write some things down. Write some things down from your soul as if you could listen. Literally, like, sit down and be like, hey, soul, write that down. Hey, soul. And then what do you have to say to me today? And then just write down what you hear. Okay. All right. Boop, boop, boop. Shine your light. You brought nothing has gone wrong for third time's a charm for us all. Okay. So everybody gets this message now. Whoop, whoop. Okay. So nothing has gone wrong. And so let me read a little bit. Last few days, a change came out of the blue. It may have felt like your body and your mind moved through a crack in reality, as if your life altered course so suddenly. Deep within, you have been craving change, and the situation brings new, different experiences to your life. You may be feeling a little lightheaded and dazzled by the brilliance of this expanded version of you, and you are doing so well. It is time to catch your breath and settle into your new outlook. Okay, so that's for all of us, but for you in particular. Okay, let's see. Whoosh. Miranda, you are working with the divine masculine energy. Okay, so the single self, the destroyer, not in a bad way, but like cleaning out the garden patch. Me, self-focused, action-oriented, and doing that with that compassion that we talked about earlier. Okay, all right. All right, soul family for you, Natalie. People who feel like you know them from past lives, people who feel like they're just, something about them is really clicking. Those are the people to spend the time with this week, okay? All right. Okay, Courtney, you're going to be working on meditation. Remember that heart meditation, not the mind meditation. The Light Council has really been encouraging us to do an active visualization of like the world changing into what we want when we come from a place of love, not fear. So you might try that out when your meditations this week. Okay. Elizabeth, you're going to be working on grounding. Okay. Really focus on planting yourself all the way into the earth. I know that sounds silly and like that you already probably do, but I was like, Marilyn likes to say to me, if you feel grounded, you probably need to ground some more. Okay. So this week, just do that grounding thing. Terry, you're in an inward revolution too. Okay. So this week, really focus on inner change, integrating with yourself, self-compassion, not necessarily sharing with others what's happening for you. Okay. Just let it happen within you. Kalina, you're going to visualize this week too. Daily is best, but see the lotus, reach up, 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 high, high, high as you visualize the best possible outcomes, the best possible truth. Okay. All right. Let's see. All right, Andrea. See, I told you guys I'd get there. I was just trying to, because it was showing me 0 for a minute there. Soul writing, Andrea. Okay. Second time we've seen this one, but we've been hearing the message throughout. Journaling, writing things down. What does your soul want to say? Maybe even write with your non-dominant hand and see what comes out. Okay. All right, Clara. Third time's a charm for the expansion card. Okay, so everybody, this is all about what we're going to be doing. Let's take a look. A little bit more information for us about this week. It's going to be expensive. All right. Are you keeping up with your life and all that you want to create, or are you holding yourself back with what ifs and buts? You limit your life through your beliefs. Oh, I'm writing about the beliefs course right now. This makes a lot of sense. Everything you say and everything you do becomes true for you and the platform on which you build your life. The playing field of life is unlimited and loving. You are unlimited, loving, and wondrous part of creation. You're perfect right here and right now. Okay, so everybody hear that, okay? You're perfect, just the way you are. And you're expanding into your understanding of yourself. Lisa, divine feminine. Okay, so be more this week instead of do. kind of be with. And I'm even getting kind of like, again, that word gestation, like things are brewing, but it takes a little time for them to brew. So just let yourself acknowledge that. Okay. Dee Dee, fifth time's a charm for the whispers. Okay, I'm going to pull this up again because maybe there's something else they're trying to tell us about that. Let's see. It says that we are going to embrace the message that comes through dreams and invite more of the same. If you don't like a dream, see it as a sign of a shift and focus or change a belief. Okay. All right. Cool. Gina. Gina. Oh, fourth time for nothing has gone wrong. Okay. So again, this is the message. Nothing's gone wrong. You're going through a big shift. It's okay. The change that are going on, the things that are breaking you up, they're here to support you and help you. Okay. All right. All right. Patty, you got a soul craft. Okay. So if you got this card at the beginning of the reading, so picked one, we're doing it again. You're focusing on what does your soul want to offer to the world? What does the soul want to offer to the expanded version of the world you want to be part of and the world that you want to return to when you do your next lives, right? Okay, Cynthia, we got wellness, third time's a charm on this one. So it's for all of us. I'm going to pull the reading up, but basically this is take care of yourself and do the things that make you feel well. You are entering a time when your body will become stronger. If you've been sick or you always feel, or you are on your way to feeling better, begin to focus on sense of well-being. If you are healthy, you will be inspired to strengthen your body through yoga or another form of exercise. Your body is enlightened and knows how to heal itself. Okay, cool. So we're going to get a little extra power there. Kimberly, actually power there. Okay, Kimberly. You're going to be working on the soul tree too. Okay. So really expanding into the idea that there's the wisdom of the tree, even maybe go sit next to a tree while you do this, but expanding into the idea that you are going to become more wise if you let yourself kind of pause and see like time has passed and time happens and everything is, changes. And sometimes it changes without us doing anything. Okay, Karen, you're going to let your light shine and your heart light, not your headlight. Okay. I like that. Not your headlight. Okay. So just really being aware that when your heart's present and when your heart's in it, that's when people go, oh, I feel it and I want more of it. Okay. So lots of self-compassion this week too. That was kind of on the agenda for all of us. Bahar, you're going to be working with divine animals. Okay, so being around the animals, paying attention to the consciousness of the animals. If you dream of animals, like just kind of notice that the animals are bringing you spirit messages about like the essence of what they do. Okay, third time's the charm for the divine feminine. We are really coming online with this one, by the way, you guys. This is just the times we're coming into a lot more feminine energy. Not to cast out the masculine, to balance. Okay, so divine feminine for all of us. Look beyond the obvious and superficial into the heart of the matter. Peer deeper into the hidden and explore the mysterious. Your vast potential and limited possibilities available to you. Trust your intuition, your inner voice, and your instincts. It is also time for stillness. Okay, so there we go, everybody. All right, Chloe. All right, light beings for you, Chloe. All right, so third time's a charm. Seen this one 3 times now, so here we go. So we got to ask our guides for some help too, and like the light beings in. The term light being is used to describe a range of ethereal forms, including guides and angels. They observe you for your life from higher perspectives so they can see the most auspicious path for you to create your dream and desires. Sometimes your light beings may seem to take you down a path fraught with difficulty. However, everything happens for a reason. Okay, keep the faith in your light beings and ask them for help. Okay, Daisy, got to you now. Okay, and you guys, I mean, I did kind of go all over the place today as far as the ordering. I normally get to everybody, so I try, but just know that when you go on YouTube does let you comment earlier, and it's just a little more reliable than Facebook's live sometimes. Okay, soul song for you. Okay, lots of music. Let the music shift your mood. Let the music bring you messages. I love to song shuffle, like get on the, a shuffling thing and just say, what do I need to hear today? What mood do I need to be in? And shuffle and see what comes up. So there you go. All right, you guys, we did this. Unless if I missed any of you, please comment one more time so I can see. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw a card for my husband because I like to do that. All right. And it also almost always brings us 3 times a charm on something. So ask your soul is the 3 times. So I'm going to give another message for all of us and for my husband. Okay, something you asked for will soon turn up in your life. Every time you request something, you plant a seed in your quantum field or vibrational reality, and this is how we create and expand consciousness. Asking is the first step to any creation. Okay. If we don't see any evidence of our desires are coming into our existence, keep asking and asking your soul. Why do I want this? And why don't I have it yet? And when can I have it? All right. You guys are amazing. I will see you next week, I think. I think Mother's Day is coming up. Don't forget, for those of you who like to do that. So I will be taking that day off, which is the 12th. But I will be here next week. So see you next week. Thanks for joining. Go be amazing.